Hello, everybody, and welcome into Calling the Game, an opportunity for a sports writer and a scientist to get together and talk about all things sporting good. I'm Chris Lynch.
I'm Thomas Villone Jr.
Welcome to the playoffs, or rather, welcome to the second round of everybody's playoff series. There's a lot of stuff that has happened since we've been away, and we've got a decent amount of time to go through and talk about all the crazy things that have happened. So,
Without further ado, shall we get to the NHL?
yes, please. So which series do we want to start off with first? Do we want to start off with the Young Bucks lighting fire to the world in Edmonton? Do we want to talk about how
You
the
already called it. Let's
Senators...
go.
What?
Let's go, man. Ducks Oilers.
All right. So currently, by the way, it is 1-0 in that. They're playing tonight in Game 4, Game 3.
I believe it's actually Game 4.
Game 4, okay.
Because the Oilers are up 2-1
Gotcha.
against the Ducks.
And it's a 1-0 score right now in favor of the Oilers. So I'm just taking a look at this and thinking, Connor McDavid is a beast. Just that dude's a beast.
That being said, though,
Milan Lucic has the goal. Lucic has the goal tonight. Yeah. A former Bruin. We still love him here in Boston.
Hey, take love where you can get it at this point.
Hey, you need a veteran. Oh, they just scored another one, so it's 2-0.
Oh wow. Yeah. So this is like, I love podcasting live. Yep. There, Connor McDavid. There we go.
Yeah.
We go.
My timing was a little off, but my sentiment was in the right place.
My hockey sense is tingling.
I tell you, Connor McDavid is a superstar. And they 14 shots to 9 so far in the first period for the Oilers over the Ducks.
So clearly, I think at this point we can say that Edmonton has the aggression advantage. They've also got just a straight-up shot advantage, which, again, statistically at some point, unless you are taking really, really crap shots, they're going to go in at some point.
Or unless your goaltender is Patrick Waugh and he's on some sort of speed to make himself even more active in front of the net.
Basically a human brick wall.
Yeah, unless, Pekka Rinne is close, but, not quite there. And I'm sorry, Anaheim, you don't have that in your goaltenders here tonight.
No.
God help you.
I think we can just kind of...
Gibson's good. Gibson is not championship level good. Sorry, y'all. Well, have fun, and you'll move on, and it'll be an interesting offseason for you guys.
Got to make some moves.
Yeah. Getzlaf and Perry are getting old. There's at least a little bit more young talent around them.
Yeah.
So that's one series. Let's take a look at. Let's stay in the West.
Stay in the West.
Let's stay in the West.
This series I've been watching a little bit more closely. It's the Blues versus the Predators.
I've had a feeling about this series since it started. I didn't think the Blues could pull it off against this team, against the Predators. They're on a roll. They've got momentum on their side. They won last night. They're up 3 games to 1.
That's the thing. They beat the Blackhawks. Sweep.
Oh yeah, clean, easy sweep. So, and there was, Subban was sent to the locker room with embellishment in their last game, which, hey, look, he carried over habits from his time with Canadians, says the Bruins fan. Hashtag me. But it was a good game yesterday from what I saw, and it was a 2-1, an eked out game. There were 6 players who had 1 point each. No one had multiple points in that game. So very spread out, very unusual result from what you would normally get. And Pekka Rinne with 32 saves. So, a very good game by him. And
it's if we get down to brass tacks, the Predators got a good blue line.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Yeah. Subban helped out by Mike Fisher and Ellis are very good, and Irwin as well has played pretty well from what I've seen. Though, to be fair, I haven't been watching it as closely as I would have liked, but this is still an excellent unit. And I really think that we're going to see this team in the Western Conference Finals against Edmonton.
Oh, yeah. And then I think that's going to be a fun little challenge.
The Predators and the Oilers. It's such... I appreciate it.
It's the O versus the D. And which one do you favor? I want that series. I want that series badly.
If this were basketball, I would say I would go with the team that has the best player on it.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't basketball. Hockey doesn't quite operate like that. So I can't go into picking up on that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to wait and see what ends up happening. Hopefully PK Subban does not commit any more embellishment penalties, which are, in my opinion, the worst penalties to get called for in hockey. It's a tough man's sport.
Mm-hmm.
So, don't be that guy.
Don't be dumb.
Just, I like it differently. Don't be that guy. And you know what I mean when I say that guy.
Mm-hmm.
No one likes that guy.
At the same time, though, they're really playing rough defense.
Oh yeah, they're playing an excellent game, and they're beating up the Blues. Well, also the Blues are an organization that has been known for losing in big games, but it's just going to be. This is not a glamour series, or well, the hypothetical Western Conference Finals that we're talking about.
It's not a glamour series, but it's going to be a grinding one.
Oh yeah,
it's going to have two teams that are arguably at their peak right now, just duking it out.
Edmonton is not at their peak.
I know Edmonton's not
better.
I know Edmonton will get better, but the thing is, considering who the entrants were,
yeah,
like these are two teams that are playing at the top of their game because no one expected them to get that far.
And for this season, the way that they've gone about their play all year, this is the best that they've played all season.
I mean, what, Nashville was the 8th seed?
Yeah.
I think Nashville was the 8th seed.
Yeah. They played. Chicago was the 1 seed in the West.
Chicago was the 1 seed, and then the Blues, I think, were the 7th seed.
Yeah, welcome to hockey. This sort of stuff.
And then the Oilers were the 5th, and Anaheim was the 3rd. Don't you just love the way these things work out? Like, my statistics mean nothing.
I love hockey for this reason alone. It blows up any sort of prediction, and the hot goalie is the deciding factor ultimately.
Oh yeah,
there are some series where, for example, back in the day when Gretzky and Messier lit up the world in Edmonton, they would have done absolutely nothing had they not had Grant Furr in that. A guy who's in the Hall of Fame. By the way, also the first black guy to ever be voted into the Hall of Fame. They would have gotten absolutely 0 Stanley Cups if they didn't have Grant Furr behind them in net. So you need a great goaltender. And right now, I think Nashville has got at least the best goaltender in the West going right now.
Oh yeah. Side note, do you know the bet between the Blues and the Predators?
I'm looking at it on your screen right now.
Long story short, if the Blues lose, the St. Louis mayor owes a Blues compilation album and barbecue sauces. And if Nashville loses, they owe me a country music album and more barbecue sauces.
That's pretty good, actually. That's really good.
That's competition right there.
Oh yeah, that works out very nicely, actually.
Now, flipping things to the other side,
the East is which one are we talking about first? Rangers and Senators first. Okay, so I watched a little bit. I watched overtime of game 2, and I thought, wow, Erik Karlsson is the best individual skater in this series. Erik Karlsson for the Senators he was the best player against the Bruins. He has been the best player against the Rangers. He's got them staked to a 2-1 lead. And that double overtime game in game 2, which was a complete shootout, that was an excellent, excellent game.
Yep.
And then the Rangers reminded you, hey, we're still a real hockey team. We're not going to get swept.
Yep.
So
King Heinrich is still somewhere in there.
King Heinrich is quite a good player.
Now, really granted, except for game 2, that was
no one played well.
Defensively.
I mean, there are some games when that happens. You just pray to God that you get more shots away than they do.
Yep.
And King Heinrich made 28 saves on the game.
Jeez.
Got the second overall star. Zuccarello got the top star with 1 goal and 1 assist. So 2 points and 1 of the 4 goals for the Rangers.
And so they play again tomorrow at 7:30. So we'll see how that goes
at Madison Square Garden. I don't know what to think of the outcome of this series because I thought the Senators have proven that they can win 1-goal games because they did that very well against the Bruins in the first series.
Well, stood against the Rangers.
Yeah, every game that they've won this postseason has been by one goal. In fact, every game that they have played this postseason has been a 1-goal game, except for Game 3. So they need to keep it close, and they need to eke it out and let Erik Karlsson go full God mode, and they can win. So that's
up, down, down, left, right, A, B, A, B.
This is not Castlevania. You can't just enter the Konami code and cheat your way to wins.
Too bad, because the Senators have been doing that.
Yeah, don't remind me. It was against my team. Yeah.
Oh, I will.
You're the worst.
But the rain. Okay, so
you like the Rangers.
I like the Rangers. Again, like I like goalies.
Yeah,
I like goalies a lot. And
Heinrich, King Heinrich's one of your favorites.
It's him. It's him. Price. It's him and Casey Price.
Carey Price.
Carey Price. Wow.
That was a fail, dude. That was a total.
I'll just
fail.
hide behind the microphone for a little bit. But yeah, no, those two guys. That first series to me, I was just having a field day.
Yeah.
So, I think we can talk about the series a little bit more in the context of the other series, though. And.
Yeah. This is the most controversial one. This is in the title and in the tagline, because we wanted an excellent and competitive series out of this. And we've been getting fairly competitive individual games.
It just so happens that Crosby got KO'd.
Someone went for full Mortal Kombat on him. Yeah. And it also just so happens that the Capitals still don't know how to beat the Penguins in a playoff series.
No, they don't.
Again, 9 times they've met in the postseason. They have lost 8 of those series to the Penguins. That's a terrible history and a terrible record.
What do you say to something like that?
Start saying a lot of novenas. I hope you're Catholic and understand a novena, because I've got nothing else for you. Because a 6-2, holy crap, a 6-2 win. There were 2 players with 3 points for Pittsburgh. In game 2.
They're the glass cannon. They're going to keep firing until nothing's left.
And then overtime happened on Monday for game 3, and Washington edged a win, barely.
And then they lost today.
Yeah, 3-2 loss. I'm pulling up the stats readout. Pittsburgh got the opener. There were 2 goals for each team in the second period. Patrick Hornquist got the first one for the Penguins. Jake Gunsel got the second one, first in the second period. Then Evgeny Kuznetsky got the first goal for the Caps. Nate Schmidt got a goal with assist from Ocean Schottenkirk. And Justin Schultz got his second goal for the Penguins. And it was off a power play with assists coming from Malkin and Jake Gunsel.
I really hate saying this, but I think the Capitals are going to be going out on Saturday.
Worth noting that Marc-Andre Fleury had a far better game. I mean, this is just wow. Braden Holt.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. We've got guests.
Hello.
So Braden Holtby faced 18 shots and allowed 3 goals. Marc-Andre Fleury faced 38 shots, allowed 2 goals, and made 36 saves. So the better goaltender in the series is Marc-Andre Fleury.
Yep.
By miles right now. So, this is...
I think this is wrapping up in a way that I don't even think either of us were expecting or hoping for.
Yeah, we wanted punch-out series.
I think we predicted that Pittsburgh would come out with a strong offense, but...
we didn't expect
the Capitals to fold like a lawn chair.
We also didn't expect Marc-Andre Fleury to, be the best goaltender in the league for this postseason, especially when he wasn't even supposed to be the starter at the top of this playoff run. We just happened.
So, looking at this series right now, I think we can say that Pittsburgh's going to win.
Probably. Though worth noting, here's the shot breakdowns. I'm just gonna tell you the shot breakdowns per period. Washington outshot the Penguins in every single period. 12-9 in the first period. 17-4 in the second period. Wow. Oh, and by the way, both teams got 2 goals. in that period. So let's put this into context. Braden Holtby faced 4 shots in the second period and allowed 2 goals. That's just awful. And Washington outshot the Penguins 9-5 in the third period. So not a lot of offense going on for either side in the last period. There were no goals scored. And Pittsburgh just looks like the better team. They'll be at home. They'll be in Washington for Game 5. I think Washington will come up with something because this is the one sport where you can win solely on momentum.
But they don't have any right now.
Or you can create your own by one game's effort.
I see them going out in Game 5.
I think they'll win Game 5. There's no way they're going to Pittsburgh and winning that Game 6.
So you're still calling it Pittsburgh series.
I still think Pittsburgh wins. I just think that Washington delays the inevitable for one more game before we go to Pittsburgh and we have our ceremonial end to the Capitals season.
It's a very polite way of putting it.
I mean, and it very frequently comes at the hands of the Penguins. I just feel bad for them. I don't have any way of saying it other than feeling very bad for them.
Nope.
So, and by the way, Marc-Andre Fleury made 34 saves in Game 2. So he's the best goaltender going right now. He's got... Come on, dude.
No.
What's his numbers for...
I think...
Rinne?
Yeah, I think the Predators goalie.
Yeah, Pekka Rinne for Nashville.
Pekka Rinne?
Might be. Because it's most certainly not Craig Anderson. And
give me 1 second.
Lundqvist hasn't been facing the same kind of pressure from the Senators, as Washington has been getting a ton of shots away on Fleury.
Let's see. Rinne in the last game.
So we're looking for postseason goals allowed average.
Game log. Here we go. Time in. So in the game yesterday, 32 saves out of 33 save attempts.
Impressive.
Game before, 22 saves out of 23 save attempts.
Awesome.
Game before that, 17 of 20.
That's pretty good.
Respectable. Game before that, 27 out of 30.
That's okay. It's not bad.
The game before that against the Blackhawks, 30 out of 31.
Wow.
So his save percentage is .934.
Wow.
What are we looking at for Fleury?
Holy crap. The shot totals that he has faced.
Oh, yeah.
30 saves out of 33
Mm-hmm.
in an overtime loss to Washington on Monday.
Yep.
34 saves out of 36 shots in Game 2.
Mm-hmm.
33 saves out of 35 shots. Against Columbus in the closing game.
Pretty respectable.
Oh, no. In the closeout game against Columbus.
Yeah.
Hold up. In the closeout game, he faced 51 shots and made 49 saves. And the game before, he faced 34 shots and made 29.
What's his save percentage?
A 926 in his last.
So right now, it's Rinne versus Fleury.
Now, the best individual game by any goaltender is, without any hesitation, that Columbus game.
Mm-hmm.
Again, 49 saves.
Fair.
That's the best individual game by a goaltender so far.
How many save attempts does he have?
One. So he has had 189 save attempts and made 175 saves.
Okay, so Rinne comes in at a very distant second at 137 and 128.
And we're not even considering Marc-Andre Fleury or excuse me, we're not considering Craig Anderson or Heinrich Lundqvist.
Okay, so my long shot right now.
Mm-hmm.
My long shot. I want to see the Predators against the Penguins in the Cup.
That could actually be pretty fun. You will get no people watching that series.
Oh, no one's going to watch it except me.
Outside of devout hockey people,
probably.
Then you'll get a good number of the devout hockey people going and watching it. Oh, by the way, Rinne has 139 save attempts or shot attempts. Pull up those numbers.
137, again. I think.
137. So Craig Anderson, 182, and Heinrich Lundqvist, 168.
Oh wow!
Remember when you said that they played
that
great
blue line?
On the blue line?
That blue line is doing real work there.
Yeah, about that.
Woo! PK Subban, I think you just earned your embellishment.